Before we get rolling, here's the no fluff overview. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is the ultimate blueprint for transforming your mindset to manifest wealth, success, and personal freedom. Hill distilled decades of research, interviewing the likes of Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison, into 13 principles anyone can use to move from ideas to action, from dreaming to doing. This book isn't just about money. It's about harnessing the power of thoughts, setting crystal clear goals, developing relentless persistence, and teaming up with the right people. The punchline: what you focus on and believe in, you can achieve if you back it with action. Welcome to Talking Better, where today we're digging into Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, one principle-packed chapter at a time. You'll discover why thoughts are things, why most people never see opportunities staring them in the face, and the habits that separate dreamers from doers. We'll break down each of the 13 principles into relatable, actionable steps, using real-life stories and modern analogies, so you can level up your finances, career, and life. By the end, you'll have a chapter-by-chapter toolkit you can start using today to rewire your thinking for better results. Ready to learn the secrets behind some of America's self-made millionaires? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Power of Thought. Napoleon Hill launches with one gigantic idea: thoughts are things. If you keep telling yourself, "I can't make it," guess what? That script runs your life. But Hill argues that when you lock in a goal and back it with burning desire, the universe starts opening doors, even if you can't see how yet. Example: think of people like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, a couple of decades back. Building computers in a garage or launching rockets sounded nuts. But they obsessed over how can this work and never let doubt lead. Hill illustrates this with Edwin Barnes, an ordinary guy who dreamed of working with Thomas Edison. He didn't know Edison, had no money, but was so focused on his goal that he eventually became Edison's business partner. So, here's the modern playbook. Flood your mind with what you want, not what could go wrong. In a world full of distractions and haters, just check social media. Your greatest asset is the thought you repeat and believe. Chapter 2: Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Desire isn't just wishful thinking, it's white-hot obsession. Hill says every achievement starts here, with a definite purpose. He even gives a 6-step formula. Decide exactly what you want, know what you'll give in return, set a deadline, make an action plan, write it down, and repeat it aloud every morning and night. 3. Example: picture athletes prepping for the Olympics. They visualize that medal day and night, down to the music and the sweat. Or more relatable, remember the time you wanted a new phone, gaming console, or car so bad that you found a way to save, hustle, or cut deals to make it happen? That's desire in action. Hill says most people never burn their bridges. They keep one foot out the door, just in case. Real desire means giving yourself zero excuses to back out. Chapter 3: Faith, visualizing and believing your success. Faith is desire's rocket fuel. But Hill flips the script. Faith isn't something you wait for. It's built by auto-suggestion, by repeating positive, emotion-charged statements until your subconscious buys in. Example: take Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Before you knew his name, he wrote himself pretend checks for millions, visualized movie scripts, and practiced acceptance speeches, years before Hollywood called. In daily life, this is the job interview where you pump yourself up, "I've got this," and keep showing up even after setbacks. Faith is a muscle you build by feeding your mind evidence that your goal is possible, even if it's just proof from others who've done it. Chapter 4: Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the mind. Autosuggestion is basically programming your mind by what you repeat to yourself deliberately. Hill's method: read your written goal out loud, twice a day with real emotion. The point isn't wishful thinking. It's about focusing your mental energy on your desired outcome until your brain accepts it as the new normal. Example, ever heard the phrase, fake it till you make it? Social science backs this up. If you constantly tell yourself, I am confident, you actually start acting more confident, which leads people to treat you differently, which fuels more confidence. In a culture flooded with negative messages, think news or self-doubt on social media. Deliberate autosuggestion is like your daily mental protein shake, fortifying your goals when everything else wants to distract you. Chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge, Personal Experiences or Observations. Hill makes a distinction. General knowledge is everywhere. Hello, Google. But specialized knowledge applied to a clear goal is gold. It's not about being a trivia master. It's about knowing or learning what matters most for your objective. Example, Jeff Bezos didn't need to know how to fix cars, but he learned everything about e-commerce, logistics, and consumer trends. Or consider the self-taught coder who builds apps, learns marketing on YouTube, and then launches a business. No fancy degree required. Key takeaway, you don't need to know it all, but you do need to know something unique and be willing to seek out experts or mentors to fill in the gaps. Chapter 6, Imagination, the Workshop of the Mind. Imagination, says Hill, is how ideas become reality, how you shape what could be into what is. He splits this into two forms, synthetic imagination, recombining old ideas in new ways, creative imagination, coming up with totally fresh concepts. Example, Apple didn't invent the phone or the MP3 player, but they combined music, calling, internet, and design into the iPhone. Now, it's almost an extension of our hands. Or ever repurposed leftovers into a crazy good meal? That's synthetic imagination. For your goals, use imagination not just to dream bigger, but to solve problems and create new opportunities. Chapter 7, Organized Planning, the crystallization of desire into action. Dream big, but plan real. Hill says a plan, even a bad one, is better than none. He urges readers to assemble a mastermind group of talented people who balance your weaknesses. Don't stall just because your first plan isn't perfect. Fail forward and fine-tune as you go. Example, most startups pivot. Instagram started as a location check-in app before focusing on photo sharing. Or think of group school projects. The best teams aren't just A students, but folks who bring different skills to the table. The researcher, the artist, the organizer. Organized planning means breaking your goal into steps, finding allies, adjusting along the way, and not letting perfectionism kill momentum. Chapter 8, Decision, the mastery of procrastination. Indecision is a dream killer. Hill found that successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. On the flip side, people who fail tend to do the opposite. They waffle, wait for the perfect moment, and let outside opinions derail them. Example, NBA players deciding the last shot in a tight game, they trust their gut and act, even if the world is watching. Or, when you decide to send that email, make a call, or ask for a raise, and don't second guess yourself for days. Key point, trust yourself. Waiting for certainty is just another form of fear. Decide, act, adjust if needed. Chapter 9, Persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. Persistence is desire's best friend. Hill shows that quitting is almost never triggered by outside events. It's an inside job. If you want something bad enough, setbacks are just detours, not dead ends. Example, entrepreneurs often bounce through multiple failures. Just look at Colonel Sanders, who had his fried chicken recipe rejected hundreds of times before building KFC in his 60s. In daily life, think about learning to ride a bike or stick shift car. The first tries are rough, but you only win by pushing through awkwardness and setbacks. Persistence is the antidote to almost made it stories. Keep grinding after most folks would have tapped out. Chapter 10: The Power of the Mastermind, the Driving Force. The mastermind principle says you're the average of the people you surround yourself with. Hill says when two or more minds work together in harmony toward a common purpose, something magical, almost extra, happens. Every legendary band, sports team, or startup boom, from the Beatles to the original Apple Garage crew, operated as a mastermind. It's the group chat where your next big gig, partnership, or pivot is born. In American business culture, this echoes modern networking. Your connections, mentors, and collaborators often determine how far and fast you go. 7. Don't go it alone. Build your circle. Chapter 11: The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. Hill takes a sharp left. He claims that our strongest drives, especially sexual energy, can be redirected or transmuted into creative, productive, or leadership energy. He points out that many top achievers have hefty charisma, energy, or magnetism, not just book smarts. Example: popular celebrities or athletes are often described as having star power, a mix of confidence, energy, ambition, and relatable drive. Or think about channeling that Friday night out excitement into crushing a big project or new side hustle. The idea: take your most potent energy and direct it into your craft, business, or goals. Chapter 12: The Subconscious Mind, the Connecting Link. The subconscious mind, Hill says, acts like fertile ground. Whatever seeds, thoughts, beliefs you plant, it grows. It doesn't judge good or bad. It just delivers what you focus on most. Example: if you constantly tell yourself you'll blow your budget, you likely will. On the flip side, marathon runners visualize the finish line over and over before race day. So when they're tired, the body follows the mind's script. Mind your thoughts. Make your mental playlist one of success, resilience, and optimism. Chapter 13: The Brain, a Broadcasting and Receiving Station. Hill saw the brain as both a sender and receiver, like a radio dial, able to pick up ideas, energy, and intention from others. The mastermind and autosuggestion only amplify this effect when practiced with emotion and concentration. Example: ever walked into a room filled with positive, yes, we can do this energy, or inversely, felt demotivated by negativity at work? That's your brain tuning into the vibes around you. In today's ultra-connected world, where memes, messages, and moods spread in seconds, Hill's analogy feels more apt than ever. Guard your mental tune-in. Chapter 14: The Sixth, the Door to the Temple of Wisdom. Hill finishes with something spiritual or intuitive: the sixth sense. He describes it as a gut feeling or creative hunch that arrives once you've mastered the other principles. This is when solutions come out of nowhere, but in reality, it's your subconscious and experience working together. Example: ever had a eureka moment in the shower, or suddenly known the right move to make? That's the sixth sense dialing in. Entrepreneurs who trust their gut, after tons of preparation, are practicing this. The lesson: trust your instincts, but only after laying the groundwork of discipline and focus. Chapter 15: How to Outwit the Six Ghosts of Fear. Just as you begin your journey, Hill warns of the six ghosts of fear: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These shadows can shut down any dream if left undealt with. The secret: recognize them, name them, and choose courage over avoidance. Example: that friend who's always stuck in a job they hate but never applies elsewhere? Fear of change. Or the creative who never puts their work out, fearing criticism? Classic ghosts at work. Hill's call to action: handle your inner game, and every external win will follow sooner or later. Chapter 1 line recap. 1. The power of thought. What you repeatedly think, you become. Guard your mental focus fiercely. 2. Desire burning. Specific desire is the first step toward making dreams real. 3. Faith. Relentless belief, built by repetition, turns goals into self-fulfilling prophecies. 4. Autosuggestion. What you feed your mind, out loud often, becomes reality. 5. Specialized knowledge. Apply unique, focused knowledge to your specific aim. Google alone can't save you. 6. Imagination. Combine ideas boldly, innovate, remix, and dream beyond today's limits. 7. Organized planning. Move from goals to action with concrete plans and strong partners. 8. Decision. Decide quickly. Pivot only when truly necessary. Don't let fear stall you. 9. Persistence. Consistent effort after most have quit. Persistence wins over talent alone. 10. The power of the mastermind. Your crew shapes your climb. Choose alliance over lone wolfing. 11. The mystery of sex transmutation. Redefine raw drives into creative hustle. Channel energy where it matters. 12. The subconscious mind. Plant empowered beliefs. Your mind is always listening, always growing. 13. The brain tune into winning frequencies. Thoughts, people, and energy all shape results. 14. The sixth sense. Prep hard, then trust your gut to connect the final dots. 15. 6 ghosts of fear. Call out your fears by name. Only then can you outgrow them and thrive. Every step is a tool. You're not just reading, you're rewiring. Signature outro. If this summary sparks something in you, make it a daily ritual. Subscribe to Talking Better, where wisdom speaks, and you evolve.